Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing another flyer for a t-shirt brand that we've been doing, or for a clothing brand that we've been working on for the past few days now. It's a series, and today is just something maybe a little bit different. But let's go straight into it. So we are going to, first of all, I'm going to explain my idea, then I will have it done. So this video is most of my videos, or all of my videos, are not pre-recorded. Probably I do not design before I do. If I come to do the tutorials here, it's just as I design. So I explain my ideas to you from start. So concept to execution. That's what I do here. So let's go straight into it. I have drawn. I'm just explaining what I think I want to do. So I do have lines like so. But the technique I want to use is that I use a line, just 2 lines, and probably introduce the blend tool. I might use 3 lines and just want to introduce the blend tool from there. So I think this just explains. Then I probably have a t-shirt placed on it. I'll get the t-shirt, then I'll put it here. So that's my idea. Let's go straight into designing. Okay, so this is our shirt, and this is what we're going to be using for our design. So before we move forward, I would like to go into Adobe Photoshop to edit it, remove the background, then we can work to it. So in 2023 or 2024, 2022, 2023, 2024, you will have the shortcut here to remove background automatically, or straight, or just by one click. So I'll click on remove background and wait for my machine to do the rest for me. Good, so it's done removing the background. So what I just need to do is, probably I want a layer for it. I do not want it to be masked or something like that. So what I do is I'll select unmask, and I will scroll down here, ensure it's a new layer, and okay, and that will give me my layer there. So I can right click on it and go to quick export as PNG. So what I need to do here in my Illustrator, going back to Illustrator actually, what I need to do here is just to relink it back to my PNG that I've saved it on my computer. So I just need to retrace it back. So I click on this link here. Remember, if you're using 2023 or 2024, you should have this option here. But in case you don't have that here, you could come to this place, which is link, or you go to Windows and you scroll down to links. So that will get you this guy panel here. So you can click on it and you can go to relink. So it will relink it. You just locate where you stored it. Once you relink it, and this is what you have here. So it's very simple, and you'll be on your way to go. So let's keep that to one side and work our way through our design process. So I will take these guys far away because I do not want to touch them, and I do ensure that I am not working on my layer 1, which contains all of my assets that I'll be using, but on this layer where all my design should be. So I probably move these assets there because these ones are there by default. I could decide to lock them, but if I want to use them later on, I'll have to unlock them. So remember, I'm working here, so I can minimize this. Then we can zoom in. And the concept I actually have is drawing lines, then expanding them. Then we'll see how we can use the blend tool for those ones. So let's say we have, let's have a line. Go to the line tool, and you draw a line. So ensure that the line is long enough so it's covering, so that when it goes down, covers both these edges. So let's keep that, bring that top here. We can increase the stroke for us. Good. And I want to change the color to this. But before that, let's draw our base background, our base color. Make sure this is 0, and we choose a color from any of the colors that we think will blend here. Good. So bring this one to the top here, and then I will duplicate this to this edge here. Good. So now we have 2 lines at the extreme of each other. What I want to do is expand these lines so they become fills. So here they are strokes and there's no fill, but I'll expand them to become fills. So I can probably increase them, maybe 40 will be much better. And I go to object and I go to expand and I go to OK. So now they are now fills and not strokes. So they are not no longer lines, they're now complete shapes, not lines as of the asset lines or elements lines. But now they are the elements, probably a rectangle. We will call them a rectangle or, yeah, so shapes, yeah. So now we're going to distort this. Let's have this guy dropped here. We're going to distort this, but we're going to use a distortion tool. Probably it's called WAP. So it's under the width tool here. Once you right click on it, you have the rest of the other tools. This is the WAP tool. So shortcut Shift R in case you want to quickly jump into it. So I'll be choosing the WAP here. Now mine is big, it's already set to big. You can adjust the scale when you double click on it and you could see the width and the height. So it could be an oval shape. So like something like this. Let me show you an example. So let me make the width 100. Why do I have to be 500? So you see how it looks? It looks like an oval here. The same thing, you can also do that for both sides. So let's go back to 500 because I want it to be very big. And you can also decide what angle you want it to go on. So let's just try, for experiment, 60. So now I'll just draw over it like this. I think that's too heavy. Draw lightly, like so. And I think then push from this side like so. So the effect will show when you blend them together. So we can also duplicate this in this case. Let me see if I could have something, probably change the perspective. So when I do like this, it changes perspective because I want it to run from here and blend into this one and then into the other one. So let's have this, and then we also work on it with our WAP, have a strong effect here, have a strong effect here. So good. We select this, select this, select this, and we apply our blend tool. So our blend tool shortcut for it is Ctrl Alt B, and we have it been applied. But we do not want this. This few, we want it to be more. So what do? We go to our blend tool here, double click on it, you change this to specified steps, and you increase it gradually to the amount that you want it to be. Good. So we go back to our normal selection tool and we can adjust. So we have something like that. Now, as you rotate, you can see it's adjusting the effect. In case it's not too, probably maybe as you are scaling, like so we are having like exposures here, you can adjust those ones. So you can double click on it. So you are inside the three of them, just the three of them. Then you can bring that, you can click on this and bring this to this point. So it remains on that point and make it big. Come here to also take this outside. We can make it big. And the middle one too can make it big. Now, but the effect is not too visible inside. So we can also use our distortion or the WAP here and or we can change it. I think there's a twist there. Yeah, there's 12. So we can adjust that here. Just click, normal click. No need to click and drag. Just one click or hold it. If you hold it down, it's going to twist and turn. That might not come out very well. So I think this is okay. But I think I don't want it to be like too wavy. Let's go back to this guy, to the WAP tool. And we'll apply pressure here. Oh, sorry. Ensure it's been selected before you applied the effect. So we could take that inside. And this could be very strong. Good. So let's go back and see how it looks. Now we increase the blend, add more, and like so. click outside there, and we can clip it so we see only, because now it's looking too rough and not organized. Sorry, ensure you click on here. So I place it at the center, ensure it's at the center, select everything, and clip mask. So that's it. And that's to create the effect. You understand? And you could edit the effect. You could double click and inside, go inside. Then you could begin to work on how you want to place it. Maybe move it like so and move it the other way. So it just works any way you want it to be. Remember, this is behind, so you take it to the front. Or you could right click, go to arrange, bring to front. That's the shortcut there. Bring it here. And we would like to add some shadows to it to make it look a little bit more realistic. Now, in case probably it's looking one how, I think we can also do something. We could have just the center one here, apply an effect. We go to effect, you can find effect here. You go to effect, you go to distort and transform, you go to roughen, and we reduce the roughen to about maybe 0.1 if that exists, or 0.3. Yep. And we drop how much of it is like so. And that's cornered and zoom out. Good. So we click out there and see how it looks. Good. I like it. So what do we want to do is probably apply some shadow to this. We can go straight into Photoshop to just do it very fast and come back, or if you want, you can use Illustrator. But I think Photoshop will help us much better because it will cover up the main places that we want it to be. So we can go to edit in Photoshop, click on it, and it takes us back into Photoshop where we can edit our design. So what we want to do is, we apply the shadow here. We go to effect. If you want, you can come back. Also here, filter. Then you probably look for what's it called? You look for the drop shadow effect. But here, you come here and you see your drop shadow effect in this place. So once you click on that, it gives you this option. You can adjust your drop shadows, or your drop shadow instead. Adjust it like so. It's too soft. I think it's okay like this. Like so. And the spread is okay. I think the spread is okay. This one's at distance and stuff like that. Like this. And I think this is okay. So in case probably you want them to be individual or separate from each other, you will come to this effect, right click on it, and you go to create layer and you say okay, and it's a separate shadow effect. So you could play with it and keep it anywhere you want it to be. So I think I want to scale it down a little bit, so like so. So I don't have too much shadow here, just probably a small touch here. Then we can merge it together so that anytime we press save, it automatically saves it. Because if you have two layers, it's not be able to save as the in the same format. So it's in PNG, we have to tell you to save either in PSD or to save in JPEG or something like that. So just merge it. And if you, in case you want to come back and edit it, you could also press Ctrl Z or Ctrl Z to go back to what you have. So that's been applied already. So we come back to Illustrator and it tells us to update, or we have the assets update, or we have our drop shadow right over there. Place the design in the middle. Ensure it's at the center of it. Good. So what we do next is to add text. We have some of the contents we have, but I think we have exhausted most of them. So we need to get new contents. Let me generate the content in ChatGPT, then we'll jump into it. Okay, so we have successfully generated content and some extra content. I'll probably just pick one from it. So I think I'll pick the first one, which is a sustainability commitment flyer. We are going to be using this content instead. So I like the word fashion with conscience. We copy that and we'll draw a background because I think it will go well with a background. But first, let's paste it. I want to use Mr. Frog and zoom that in, make it bigger, and let's apply white and see what I mean. Yep, make sure they're centered. Yeah, and we can close the distance between them. Build up so, and we can choose this. And I think if we do apply an extrusion and like something extrusion, like a drop shadow. Let me just show you what I mean. Let's go to appearance, apply this, ensure it's white. Add a second one, come under it, and apply an effect. Go to distort transform, go to transform, and make here 1 and here also to be 1. About 10 of it, and that's an extrusion there. Then we can change the color to what we think will go. Fashion with conscience. I think, yeah, this is good. This is very good. So what we want, yes, I think it's too much. Let's change this to about 5. Yeah, 8 is okay. So good. So fashion with conscience. This is very good. Then we can begin to add our other text. I think just adding the text and ensuring that they're flying from one place to another will be very, very good. So we'll draw a shape here. Remember our shape 2. And then we could tilt it a little bit. We'll make a duplicate of it. So duplicate it, and let's change the color to maybe red. Take it to the back, and we're going to apply the roughing effect to it also, but not too strong. I think like so, and like this. Good. So for the back too, we are going to do the same thing to it. Apply the roughing effect. A little bit stronger, and like so. So they are not the same, they are slightly different. And we can tilt this one. We don't need to tilt the other one. And position it a little bit, and group them. So we have this guy having his own. I think, yeah, it's much better like this. So if you want to scale, just scale it from here so it doesn't look a bit distorted, and the idea is to distort it. And if you're adjusting it and it's probably changing and you don't want it to change at all, you just go to the object and expand appearance. But I don't mind if it changes from one shape or probably one getting it to be distorted. Yeah. So we have other things here. So we say committed to sustainability and ethical fashion. We'll have the fonts we've been using before. Monument extended. Drop it down to this. Drop it down to 24 also. So that one is there. Like so. Oh, sorry. Go back. I think after the and, or before the, yes, after the and left align, I think. Then auto, bring it down here. Rotate. How about that? Size, scale down. I think we can have something. Okay, I think this body gives me an inspiration for what to put there. I can say body, your body. Make that bold. With our commitment to sustainability and ethical fashion. With our commitment, or is it our commitment? Committed to sustainability and ethical fashion. Your body committed to something. Yeah. So the brand suits you if your body is committed to ethical. Yeah. So I think it goes well there. And we'll have that. and the rest of the other informations will be smaller. Tilt, scale, keep here or here instead. What are we adding here? Let's have discover eco-friendly. So this doesn't have to be too big. Paste that eco-friendly. I think it will scale down. That's enough. Eco-friendly collections made with, I think it's too small for that one. So let's have you back up here, and collections with sustainability fabrics or sustainable fabric. We can take this guy off, bring this guy here. We double click so we can adjust them individually and not have to make them look horrible. Double click outside there and place that in the center. Good. Out here, like so, is good. I like the way this is going. It's looking really, really productive. It's coming up very well. Is it productive? I should call it. Good. And we can have more and more and more. Just place them, but know where you do place them so they don't look off. We could have an extra baby one placed at the top here. Sorry, if you want, you could group them. I think grouping them would be much better. With conscience with conscience. Okay, so we are going to add this part that we cut. Red excluded. Big. Double click here, so adjust you, like so, you, like so. Out click, like so. I want the A to come out so it looks, so say fashion with conscience, or should I just place you here? Here. Somebody should please suggest. Okay, it's closing the fashion. Let's do it like this. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, just leave it like that. Leave it there. Then rest to add our informations, and I think we have added this. Have we added this? Committed to this and not to that. Then we have our link. Where? How do we copy that? I shall just copy it like this. We have one that will be straight. Bring that down. Make sure it's straight. Zoom in. And paste that. And like that. Okay. And if you have more content, you can throw in the more content there and stuff. So I think this learn about us at that. We can, let's zoom in. You can come here and have it duplicated and paste that on that part. Let's see, like this way, like blocking things. You can change the color to this and maybe make this bold. Just put more emphasis. We can make you 9 or 8 instead, and big scale you up. Go up. Scale you up. I think more things can be added to this design. Lots of things you could add to the design. Probably have other things flying from one place to another. So let me just see if I could get maybe some assets, or no, I should get some shirts, some PNG shirts, and add them, and probably add some effects to it. So let's jump. Let me just get them shortly. Okay, now we have shirts. We're going to duplicate most of them and have them flying inside and outside and so on, so on, so forth. Like that guy, tilt here, and hue will be a very big one right here, but please do not block the other ones here. Good. And okay, let's take you far. First, while we adjust you guy group, and also you can group them. So let's see here, and you right over here, like so. Go to effects, go to blur, Gaussian blur, and make it 30. It is occupying so much space. I think my fan just increased in speed. Okay. Does this go well? I think. And then like this and here. I think here is much better. You can go back to where you were before. While for you two, we'll go to blur, radar blur, and we'll apply spin and make it 10. And okay. If it's not strong enough. Now, there's something that's actually, if you can actually see the effect. Now, the spin is applied here at the middle of your image, and it's also applied here at the middle of your image. If you want it to be like it should be applied at the middle here, while the rest of it spins like goes like this instead. Let's do that again. First of all, you group it. You go to effect, you go to blur, radar blur, and let's just make it 15 because I think it wasn't strong enough. So spin. Now watch how it's going to be applied differently. Now this is the same effect, but has a different application. So you can also do that with multiple elements that you have on your design. You can apply more and more effect, and it will work very, very well. So yeah, I think it should not be too inside. Bring it out while it moves to the other side. And what do we have here? Let's go back out there, click, zoom out. And yeah, so something like that. Good. So you could add more effects, add more text, or add more elements inside in case you have other things. And so probably I just want it to be not too much, a little bit simple, but still communicating the message that you guys want to see. So I think this is plugging the content we have on the shirt. Okay, like so. So like so, it's good. I think so. That's good. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and have a lovely afternoon. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be creating something kind of hey Jesus.